Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GCP with Mahesh. The video which I wanted to share today is more towards config connector. So I can have two titles for this video. What is config connector in GKE for people who are very new to Kubernetes Engine? So people who have worked on Kubernetes Engine extensively and are a great fan of Kubernetes Engine, the title which I can have is what happens if one loves GKE very much. So I would say the second title would be more apt when you see the demonstration. Before I show the demonstration, a quick shout out. I'm starting my batch 8 starting from 15th of January next Saturday. If you're interested, please drop me a mail. Happy to share more details. So let's get into the demonstration. So what is config connector? Is a tool designed specifically for managing Google Cloud resources with Kubernetes Resource Model, KRM. It works by installing a set of GCP-specific resource controllers onto your GKE cluster along with a set of Kubernetes custom resource definition, and you should be able to do it. Now let me put it in a different way. Basically, talking in the technical terms, it's basically a GKE add-on. So the moment you install this GKE add-on, custom resource definitions are going to be installed on this, and you're going to now be able to provision various GCP resources. Try to imagine this, like you have a Kubernetes cluster. Using a Kubernetes cluster, using your kubectl command, you can provision config map, secret manage, secrets, then deployments, ingress, then your pod. You can create all these kinds of objects easily because these are part of the standard Kubernetes option. But if can I create a PubSub topic, a Google Cloud Storage bucket, another Kubernetes engine, Cloud Run using kubectl commands? That's the key part here. So if I look into the config connector resources, these are the list of resources which I can provision using config connector. So if you just spend some time here, you'll come to know products. Almost every product is there. Few products are missing, something like cloud functions are not there. Then that's what I saw, but most of the products are available here. Now how do I create this part? Basically you create a Kubernetes cluster with all the standard options, and if you see in any of the mode, the versions which you can get is starting in GKE in GCP is right from 1.19 till the latest version you will get it. Okay, so to create a config connector, you have to go to your features, any standard configuration, any standard procedure you can use, console, command line, go to your features and you see try to enable this, but when you see it, it is going to show it is disabled. The reason is you need to have a Kubernetes cluster version which is more than 1.15. so this is not going to be applicable anymore. The reason is, as I showed you in the last few seconds, by default in GCP it is 1.19. so this first requirement is already fulfilled. The second requirement is you need to turn on workload identity. So if I go to security, I will see this workload identity. Just enable this and you should have your config connector ready to be checked in. So you check it and start doing it. Now there are other few stuffs which you need to basically configure. Create a service account, give that service account a role. If you feel owner is too much, you can have a role where what are the resources you want to provision. Basically, if you want to create a Google Cloud Storage bucket, basically give storage admin role. If you want to basically create a PubSub topic, a PubSub admin role. So those kind of roles you can give it basically. So now I have already created a cluster well in advance with all this stuffs. Now if I click on the cluster details, you will come to know I have already enabled under the security part, workload identity is enabled. Under the features part, if I see config connector is also enabled. Now I have a small YAML file. This is what basically you can call this as custom resource definition, and these are still in beta. Version 1 beta 1. So where I'm going to create a PubSub topic, and the name of the PubSub topic is basically GKE loves PubSub topic. Similarly, I have a YAML or a manifesto basically for creating a Google Cloud Storage bucket using custom resource definition. which looks like this. So, and the name of the bucket which I'm going to create is going to be GKE loves GCS. So let me basically go. I'm going to get the raw version of this so that I can directly use my kubectl command. So copy this, then run a command like kubectl apply. Now this is the reason why I mentioned people who love Kubernetes, this is going to be really helpful for them, because they don't need to learn anything extra in GCP to basically provision resources. Now if you were to provision a resource in a bucket, for provision a bucket, you have to use gsutil command. If you were to create a pubsub topic, you have to use gcloud pubsub topics create. Listing it, gcloud pubsub topic list it. Similarly, to list a bucket, you have to use gsutil ls. Now I don't need to do all those things. So if I just remember the only one command, kubectl apply -f, everything is going to be possible to create. So I have put these two commands, the gsutil command and the gcloud pubsub topic list command, in a watch mode, so that the moment using our config connector, our resource gets created, we should see the bucket and the topic. So let me hit enter, and you should see the bucket and the topic is created. And in the second panel, if you see bucket is created, in the next few seconds you should see your pubsub topic also getting created. Let's just wait for it. Awesome, the pubsub topic is also created. Now if I go inside my if I just go back to my storage bucket, one small feature which I saw which was really handy is, go to my bucket. This is the bucket which we created. You see this label, it is managed by CNRM, true. This is the label. Similarly, for our pubsub topic, you should see the same label added. For any resource which you create, this label is by default added. And if you look into the YAML file, I have not added any annotations, or I have not added any labels particular. I can add labels basically, but I have not done it. But this label comes automatically is what I have seen. So this is one cool feature. Now another cool feature which I saw, basically people who have worked on Kubernetes will like this part. We know, right, if the declarative option, it's going to have its desired state, every information is going to be there in the cluster panel or the master node. So if there's no change done, even if I run it one time, n number of times, it's going to just show unchanged. Basically nothing is going to be modified, because the state is defined, that state is already configured, you don't need to do anything. So something very similar to our Terraform where there's a state managed, the same thing happens here. Now if I want to delete it, I don't need to learn any other command, gsutil rb command, kubectl pubsub, gcloud pubsub topics delete. I don't need to do all those things. Here I just need only one command, kubectl delete, and my resource should get deleted. Bucket got deleted, the topic also got deleted. So that's the video which I wanted to share today. So maybe the second title may make more sense now after looking into the demonstration. So let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Thank you for watching.